Welcome to Flow 3. Today we'll be building on the things we've done in the last 2 flows, and we'll be adding on a little bit, so stay with me, take modifications where you need them. We'll start with our breath of fire, like we've done. Inhale to a count of 4, exhale to a count of 4, and then pressing the belly button firmly into the spine, blow the air out your nose in quick, sharp bursts, and we'll do 3 total rounds. Close your eyes, and we'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale all the air out. And then we'll inhale and exhale, 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 exhale. Press, 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 press the air out. Try to relax your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway. And exhale, 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 out, out, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover, inhale, and exhale. Inhale about halfway, and exhale, exhale, exhale. Sharp, quick bursts out through your nose. Relax. 3, 2, 1. And inhale. Exhale. Place your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly, and repeat in your mind, may these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. And return your hands to your knees. Open your eyes. And reach your arms up. We'll blink those fingers open and closed, just like we've done in the last 2 flows to help start to warm up our wrists and build strength. You should feel yourself tiring maybe a little less soon than you did on the previous 2. So you're starting to get a little easier to do this. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and those fingers are going as quickly as they can. Opening and closing, just about there. And shake it out. We'll come on to all 4s just for a second to set up this next pose. Our toes will spread wide. All the toes, even the pinky toe, should go down onto the mat. And then you will sit onto your heels and sit your shoulders up over your hips. We'll roll out the wrists. So finger and thumb come around the wrist and you'll roll it out 5 times in one direction, separating that space, and then change directions and roll it 5 times in the other way. And shake it out. We'll go the other way. Thumb and first finger wrap around the wrist. Make a fist, a soft fist. Roll it out 5 times in one direction and 5 times in the opposite direction. And then we'll release everything. Untuck the toes. Just pound your feet gently on the floor to release those out. Into our tabletop position. Start to shift your weight forward and backward. You don't have to come into a full child's pose here. Just starting to shift weight onto your hands, over your wrists, and then back over your heels. Forward and backward. One more. Forward and backward. We'll come all the way up and we'll turn the fingertips out, and now we'll shift side to side, right to left, like we've been practicing the last 2 weeks. Doming the fingers, making them round out, and then fingers point all the way back towards your knees, belly button in and sink back. If your heel of your hand comes off, that's a normal thing. Just work to try and press it down as much as you can. And if you need to bend the elbows slightly, you can bend the elbows. That's all right. Breathing nice and deeply here, remembering to connect to your breath throughout the whole practice and find that balanced breath. Inhales to a count of 4 and exhales to a count of 4. Now, just as we did before, start to shift your weight forward and backward. Forward and backward. And again, I have double jointed elbows, so yours will probably not look like this. You can bend them if you need to. No big deal. Turn the fingertips back to the front. Roll all the way up. Sit over your toes once again. Shake the hands out. Hands will come onto the knees. Inhale, look up. Small cat-cow here. Exhale, round. Inhale, chest lifts, look up. Exhale, tuck and round the spine. One more. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Back to neutral and on to all fours. We'll take our scapular push-ups again here, pressing down through the chest, gliding, and then rounding the spine. So dropping the chest, sliding it down, and then contracting and pressing it up. Go to retraction and protraction. Again, slide and drop, pull the belly in, push up through the shoulder blades. Try to keep the shoulders stacked right up over your wrists and press it back up. And then neutral. Move to a down dog. Keep your knees bent here. It's our first down dog. Keep the knees bent. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Lift the heels and drop them over to the right. Continue breathing, just stretching a different area here. Lift up, drop the heels to the left. Press through the chest. Open through the side body. Lift the heels back to center, look forward, and walk your feet up to the very top of your mat. So keep walking those feet between. Come up to the very top. Hang your head down. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. And shift your hips right to left, working out through the legs a little bit. Especially if you do this practice in the morning, you might feel more stiff and tight. Doesn't mean progress is not being made. It's just happening because you have been in bed all night. And begin to roll all the way up. Roll the shoulders out and find your alignment, lifting up through the front side of your body. Energy drops down the back side of your body. Belly button pulls in towards the center. Ribs stay closed. Shoulders open out away from each other. Your tailbone is not tilted forward or back, it's in neutral. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, grab your right wrist with your left hand and fold over to the right side. I'll turn just so you can see, making a half moon shape here, or a crescent shape. Big breaths, try to lift up all the way back. Switch sides, grab the opposite wrist, fold over to the side. Stretching through the side of your body. And lift all the way up. Release the hands down to the side. Drop your pelvis back. Your chest will come forward. Tailbone will point up and round through your spine. Just taking spinal rolls here. Drop the tailbone back. Lift the chest. Lower down. Tailbone goes up. Roll through the spine. Easy, easy, easy. No big deal here. Starting to work through the spine into the legs a little bit before we start our sun salutations today. Find that alignment once again. Stand up tall. We'll move into sun salute A. Inhale, arms lift and touch overhead. Exhale, forward fold, bending at the waist. Release the head and neck. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Exhale, step to plank. Shift your weight forward. Bend a little or a lot, wherever you're at. Into our up dog, shoulders open. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths in, down dog. Returning to those points that we've been talking about, having our feet hip distance apart. Inward spiral of the thighs to help separate the sit bones away from each other. Hands shoulder distance apart, rolling the shoulder heads away from each other and pressing the chest back towards the thighs. Knees are welcome to bend as much as they need to. In down dog, work on finding the length of the spine. Look between your hands, bend the knees, step your feet up in between. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, palms touch, ribs close. Exhale, hands return to the side. Again, inhale, arms lift up overhead, palms together. Exhale, bow forward all the way down, head releases. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to plank, shift, lower down as much as you can. Inhale, keep the hips high as you lift to up dog. Exhale, hips reverse and go into down dog, our 5 breaths. Also, you can grip your fingertips here, making that dome and pressing down through all the knuckles of your hand so that it helps to protect your wrists and you won't drop down and droop into those wrists. Continue your breath. Always be thinking about your breath. It gives you something to focus on. So it's sort of a moving meditation. Helps your mind to stay calm and relaxed as you breathe. Look between the hands. Step the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, release them to your side. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale, plank position, shift and lower through the push-up. Inhale, upward dog, hips high, shoulders squeeze open. Exhale, reverse to down dog. 5 full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue breathing on your own, relaxing as much as you can into this position. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step the feet up. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, down. Moving to B, starting with the hips sinking back and down to sit to chair. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, chest to the thighs, tailbone up. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plank, shift, and lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Into warrior 1. Left heel down, right foot steps between your hands. Open the back leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands plant, step, shift, and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Opposite side. Right heel will shift and lower. Left foot will step up. Inhale, lift, pull your belly up. Exhale, plant the hands, step to plank, and shift to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Back to our breathing here. Calm the mind, calm the body. Down dog is a position takes quite a while to feel fully confident in. It's always something we can be working to improve. So just allow yourself to be where you're at today and to move forward in the best way you can. Look between the hands, step the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release to fold. Sink the hips down to sit. Inhale, arms go up. Lengthen the legs. Exhale, hands down. Repeat. Hips go back and down. Sink to your chair. Inhale, arms and chest lift. Exhale, chest folds to thighs. Tailbone points up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Shift and lower down. Inhale, lift to up dog. Exhale, reverse down dog. Left foot down, right foot between the hands. Inhale, reach up and over. Pull that belly in. Plant the hands, step to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, opposite. Right heel down, left foot between. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back, shift and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And this is where we breathe here. Again, always working to lengthen the back side of your body, your spine, and you'll do that by closing the front side of your body. So our bodies work in opposition. When one side is open, the other side is closed. So see if you can close off the front to open and expand the back of your body. Look between the hands, step the feet up, inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Sink the hips down and back, lift the arms overhead, lengthen the legs, release the hands. One more, sink the hips back and down, inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, chest folds down, tailbone up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank, belly up as you lower the elbows. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior ones. Left heel down, right foot between the hands. Inhale up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step to plank, shift and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Opposite side, right heel down, left foot steps. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, plant the hands. Step to plank, shift forward, lower down. Inhale, squeeze open through the chest. Exhale, down dog. Last time here. See if you can find yourself a little more comfortable than you have been the rest of the down dogs today. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step the feet up. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, release. Hips sink back and down. Inhale, arms lift, lengthen your legs. Exhale, down. This next position, you'll step your feet hip distance apart. Your toes and heels will line right up. Turn so you can see that. Your belly button always pulls in. Your hands are on your natural waist. Inhale, your chest will lift up. Exhale, from your hips, crease down to fold. Your first two fingers will make a hook around your big toes. And you'll inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, elbows open out to the sides of the room. Your knees can bend if they need to. And then you'll release your chest down towards your thighs, lengthening through the bottom of the spine, all the way out through the top of your head. Try to stick your tailbone up towards the ceiling as much as possible. Continue your breath with your elbows wide and like you're making a big diamond. And release your hands. Your hand will come under the sole of your foot, so palm will touch the sole of your foot. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees if you need to. Exhale, again, the elbows open wide as you release your chest towards your thighs. Allow your head to be completely soft. Your weight is shifted forward onto your toes, so you're really counter-stretching and pressing into your wrists here. Just hang forward as much as you can, allowing gravity to help your spine lengthen out, and your tailbone and your sit bones as well. Release your hands. Place them back on your waist and lift through a flat back all the way up to standing. Your left leg will step behind you. You'll rotate to the front of the room, and you'll turn your left leg out, and then your back foot will turn about 45 degrees. Stay square to the front. Inhale over that front left leg. Hand will come down to the shin or the ankle. Your head will be back in line with your tailbone, and you'll lift and open out. You want to pull up through your quads so your legs are nice and strong. Your ribs are closed together. This is triangle pose because we're making a triangle. Continue to breathe. Watch your shoulder isn't lifted towards your ear. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lift back to the T, and we'll change. Turn the back foot in. The front foot will go forward, point directly. Reach out over inhale. Exhale, shin or ankle. Top arm goes up. And shift your weight. I turn to the side here so you can see what I'm talking about. You don't want your body to be forward of your legs. You want to be right in line with your legs, as if you're standing in between a wall. So you're two-dimensional right here. And you're looking right up to the ceiling. Ribs are closed. You're shifting yourself in line with your legs. You're not touching the front of the wall or the back wall. You're in between both. Exhale, look down. Inhale, return to the T. Take your block and we will rotate all the way to face the left side, squaring off the hips right in front of us, like you had headlights. You pull up through your belly button, pull up through your quads. Your left arm will hold the block. It will go straight. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, twist and place the block to your pinky toe side of the foot on level 1, level 2, level 3, or if you don't need it, you can place your hand right on the floor and you'll twist your chest open and lift your top arm up. So we're in a revolved triangle here. Twisting this one is really quite a deep stretch, so use that block as you need to and really try to find length out through the tailbone and the top of the head. Nice big breath. Twisting the chest as flat as you can. Exhale, look down. Inhale, take the block in your opposite hand and rotate to the side. Lift the arm up, pull your belly button in, fold at the waist forward. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, twist, place the block on whatever level you need, 1, 2, 3, or you might not need it at all. Hand goes down. Twist and open up through the chest. Same idea here is that we want the head in line with the tailbone as much as we can, so our body is not shifted forward. It's trying to be straight up. Our shoulders are trying to match up over top of each other. Again, it might not happen today. That's just where we're working towards, so don't feel bad if it's not exactly there. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lift up. Rotate to the front and step your feet nice and wide. Point the right foot out to the side. And we have a couple of options here. We'll grab the block in case you need it for one of these options. First option is just like we did in our last flow, where the elbow comes down onto the knee and you lift the top arm over and out. Or we can take the block. We can do it on the first tallest level. Push your knee out to the back of your hand and you'd reach up and over, or you can go on level 2, or you can move the block all the way, tent your fingertips, and then reach up and over. Same idea here is that we're trying to shift the chest in line. So we're opening the shoulders on top of each other. We're pressing our knee back into our hand so the knee isn't rolling forward and getting any sort of rotation in the knee. The knee is a hinge joint, so we only want it to bend forward and back in line with our toes. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up, straighten your leg. Take the block if you need it. And change sides. Turn that foot in, other foot turns out. 90 degrees. Knee matches up with heel. Or you can be a little bit less, not more. Level 1, elbow onto the knee, reach up and over. Or you can use the block, put it behind to your pinky toe side of your foot, press your knee back into your arm, lift up and over 1, 2, or tent the fingertips down on the floor, push the knee open, lengthen. Try to really lengthen from the heel all the way out to the top arm. Checking the knee is 90 degrees, not extended past the toes. Nice long reach, shoulder moves away from the ear. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lift all the way up. We'll rotate, square our hips off right in front of us once again. The legs will stay wide. Bend your front knee 90 and make sure again it's opening to the pinky toe side of the foot. Lift up and over. Forward fold. Twist and place your elbow on the outside of your knee. Palms will come together. And press your knee into your elbow into your knee. Watch that your elbow doesn't press too far so your knee twists. The knee should be pushing back. Shoulders are away from ears, and we find this beautiful spiral and length through the back side of our body and a twist in our spine. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lift and rotate sides. Change. Hips will square off to the opposite. Press the back leg down, the back blade of the back foot. Lift through your belly button. Arm will rise. Lengthen forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist elbow outside of the knee. Push the knee into the elbow back into the knee. Spiral and look up to the ceiling. Your top elbow should point right up to the ceiling. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Finding and controlling your breath. Look down and lift all the way up. Point your toes forward and move your feet just a little bit wider than your hips. Your toes can point inward or be just flat right to the front. Hands onto your natural waist. Inhale, the chest will lift as you rise. Exhale, hips will fold back. Tailbone will point back as you fold down. Hands to the mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward, flat back. Exhale, release down. Hug your elbows in towards each other as you fold down over your legs. Allow everything to relax. Big breath. Tailbone will point up. If your knees need to bend, let your legs bend. Find your spine first. Always the goal is lengthen the spine, and then we work on lengthen the legs. Imagining your head can reach down to the floor. Hands return to your waist. Inhale all the way up, flat back. Hands and feet stay exactly where they are. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hips fold down. Keep your hands on your waist, but open those elbows wide. Let them release. And again, your head is reaching down towards the mat as if you could put your head down onto the mat. Finding your breath, finding the relaxation in your neck. You're not tensing your neck. Let it be soft. Continue to breathe and relax here, opening up the legs and your spine. Inhale, reach all the way up to standing. One more here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Clasp them together. Keep the palms squeezed together. Don't let them separate. And really open the shoulders back to squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold down. Arms will fall over your face as much as they can. Keep the palms clenching together. Not a clench, but just holding together so they don't open away. And that'll really force your shoulder blades to squeeze together and your chest to open more. We take about 5 breaths in each of these positions with our big inhales and exhales, just so you are aware of what the timing is for each of these positions. Inhale, lift all the way back up. And release your hands. We'll rotate over to the right side. Square the hips off to the front. Your back foot can turn out about 45 degrees. Zip up your front. Your hands will go behind your back and you'll take a hold of your elbows. Watch that you're not tilting your pelvis forward. You're really lifting it up. Inhale, the chest will lift. Exhale, fold from the waist with the long spine and release down. We want the chest lengthening down towards the leg rather than rounding of the spine here. So keep reaching through the chest. Your spine will try to stay straight from your head to your tail. Your hips are square to the back of the mat, and you're getting a beautiful stretch through those legs. Squeezing the shoulder blades together to open the chest. Inhale, lift up and rotate. Change your side, square your hips off, pull your belly button in and up. Inhale, chest will lift to the ceiling, shoulders will open up. Exhale, fold over your leg. Try to lengthen through the chest. Spine is as long and as straight as possible. Hips will square to the back of your mat. Lengthen everything out and down. You'll find that one side might be more open than other sides. Very common. We try to hold these positions the same length of time so that we're working on balancing out those two sides. Lengthen through the head and tail. Inhale, lift all the way up. Release your hands and step to the top of the mat. You can face forward here just so you can see this a little bit better. We're going to go into some balancing postures. Want to open up the hips so that our hip crease is completely flat. There's no crease in it. So our tailbone goes into neutral and we're opening the space on the front side of our body, pulling the belly button in. Feet will go flat down, spreading wide onto the mat. You'll use your weight and shift it all the way to the left side as you float your right leg up. Take the knee if you can and hug it into your chest. As you do that, watch that your hip isn't pulling up. It's down, pointed to the floor. Crease the hip as much as possible. This is step 1. You are welcome to stay in step 1 and just hold it. Step 2, we'll wrap the fingers, the first 2 fingers around the big toe, and then press through the heel to lengthen the leg forward. Your bottom leg will try to stay straight and your hips will stay right up over each other. If you don't have this, just hold the knee in that same position. Whether you have the foot or the knee, open the leg out, turn it out, and then look over your opposite shoulder for some balance challenge here. Return the leg back to the front. Everyone extend your leg, hold it up, lift up, and balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg goes down. Plant the feet firmly into the mat again. Zip up through your front and shift the weight to your left leg. Lift all the way to your right leg and lift your left leg up. Sorry about that. Hug the knee into your chest as much as possible. That's step 1. You're welcome to stay there, or you can move to step 2 and wrap the first 2 fingers around your big toe. Press through your heel and lengthen out. Try to lengthen your bottom leg so you're not tucking your pelvis. It's in neutral position. Whether you have the knee or the toe, open the leg out to the side and look in the opposite direction. As you do this, try not to watch something that moves. So if you can kind of leave your eyes on a focal point that's not moving, that's the best way to hold your balance. Return the leg back to the front. Everyone extend the leg and hold. 5, 4, point your toe. 3, 2, stand up taller. 1, and release down. 1 more. We'll move to tree pose. 3 options here. So ground down, lift through your belly. Shift the weight to the left leg. Your right foot can either prop up onto your toes like this, or the second you can put it right into your calf, onto your calf. The third is lifted above your knee. Make sure it's not on your knee. It's either above your knee or below your knee. You'll open your knee out to the side, and again, watch that you're not creasing in those hip flexors. Belly button is pulled in, hands come together in prayer. Find your breath. Again, watch something that's stable. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward. As you lift your arms over your head, drop your shoulders down your back, and keep your ribs closed. If you want a little more challenge, you can look up to your hands and challenge your balance. Hands will return back to your center. Your knee will point forward and release down. We have one more side. Again, find your stabilization, lift through your front, shift your weight to your right leg. Whatever position you took, 1, 2, or 3 on side 1, take that on side 2 so you can be balanced. Open the knee out, lengthen through your front of your body, and hands to prayer. We'll interlace the fingers the opposite direction this time. So if you had the right thumb over, put the left thumb over, press the palms forward, lift overhead, drop the shoulders down. And a little more challenge, you can look up to your hands. You do not have to today. You can decide what is right for you. Keep breathing deeply. Hands will return back to your center. Your knee will point forward and release down. Turn, step back up to the front of your mat. Your feet will come right together. We'll do a sun salute. Belly is up. Inhale, arms lift overhead, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, step the feet back to plank, shift forward and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between the hands, bend your knees, step the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, arms return to the side. To chair, sink those hips back and down, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then a little rounding of your pelvis to help open up and lengthen the lower back. Hands will come to prayer. Sink the hips back down maybe a little bit more. Watch your knees don't push past your toes. You can look down and see your toes. Twist to the right and place your elbow on the outside of your front knee. Watch your opposite knee isn't pressed forward. Your knees are even and lined up. You can keep your head looking down, or you can twist and reach up to the ceiling. You'll hold here, sinking down in the hips and pressing your knee into your elbow into your knee. Exhale, look down, and inhale back to center. Exhale, your right arm will go to the left outside of your knee. You'll press your palms into the midline of your chest and try and look up towards the ceiling, opening through the chest and lifting it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift up, arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold, head releases. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Exhale, step back to plank, shift forward and lower down. Inhale, hips off the mat, up dog. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Drop down onto your knees. Move your hands back into a tabletop position. And cat-cow, tilt the pelvis to the ceiling, lift the head, shift the shoulders. Inhale, everything tucks in, round the spine. Exhale, pelvis and head tilt up. Exhale, everything pulls into center. Inhale, tilt, look up. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, neutral spine. We'll take our right leg and we'll try to touch our knee to our nose. We'll just pulse it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And with the left leg, same thing. In 5, touch 4. Squeeze in 3, 2, 1, and release back to neutral. With your spine in neutral and your belly button pulled in, extend your right leg back behind you. Your toes will point down to the floor, and lift your left arm up right by your ear. Really pull up through your belly to minimize the dip of your lower back. Try to make your lower back as flat as you can and lengthen your head out long. Stretch and release, hand and knee back down to the floor. Repeat that on the other side. Left leg goes out, right arm lifts up. Pull that belly button in. Try to point the toes down to the floor. Lengthen the head and tail in 2 opposite directions and balance here as you breathe. And release, hand and knee back down, neutral tabletop. Shift your hips back down over your heels. Walk your hands forward and release the head to the mat in a child's pose. Big, deep breaths. Really imagine the lower back rounding and sinking over those heels so you can get an opening in the lower back and a release. Walk your hands over to the right side. Extend them out long to get a stretch through the left side body. Continue to breathe and release. Starting to calm everything down here. Walk your hands over to the left side. Same thing. Extend the arms out. Release the head down. And stretch through the right side body here. Walk the hands back to center and round through your spine to a tabletop. You can cross your legs underneath you, or another option to switch is to sink to your side and then swing the legs around to the front. Move yourself into the middle of your mat, and we'll come up onto both our sit bones. Shoulders will be stacked up right over the hips. We want to imagine that our back is right against a wall in a nice long straight line. So we have complete alignment and lengthening through the spine. We're going to shift back onto the sit bones and come onto our toes. Then if you can go further, you'll lift your legs to tabletop, and the last would be to extend the legs. You can take option 1, 2, or 3. Doesn't matter as long as you can find something to hold. Release, hug your knees, and let your head round onto the knees. Circling through your spine, making a round C spine. We'll repeat that same thing again, either on the toes, tabletop, or lengthen the legs. Really, really keep the spine straight here. So you're not rounding your spine, you're lengthening it. It's just on a little bit of a diagonal. Release and hug. Your head comes down to your knees. Give yourself a love. And we have one more time. Option 1, toes. Option 2, tabletop. Option 3, full V-sit. Chest pulls forward, back lengthens, belly pulls in. Hold. And release down. Hug your legs. Release your head onto your knees. Find a ball shape. And slowly roll yourself all the way down till your back is flat on the mat. With your back lengthened long, you can go ahead and extend your legs out to the right and to the left corners of your mat. Allow your hips just to fall open, your palms to rotate to the ceiling, and feel free to wiggle until you feel completely comfortable, where your body is completely relaxed and let go. And as your body relaxes, go ahead and allow your mind to relax as well, where it's very still and soft. And find this stillness and this relax for the last few minutes of class, where your mind is free and open and clear. And just stay in stillness, and I'll call you back when it's time for you to wake back up. time to come back now. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrist and your ankles out. Rock your head gently from side to side. Roll into a ball facing the front. With your eyes closed, come up to a seated position. If you need to sit on your block, go ahead and sit on your block if your hips are tight. Your hands will come down onto your knees, and we'll end with our balanced breath with a big inhale to a count of 4, filling the lungs, and then a full exhale to the count of 4, emptying the lungs all the way. Together we will inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Let it out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill the lungs. 3, 4. Empty out. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Right hand onto your heart, left hand on your belly, and repeat in your mind, may these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Hands together over your heart. Thank you for